To me, the biggest news, or I guess the biggest ShamWow, or the most consequential ShamWow, I should say, was the Nuggets Nets trade involving Cam Johnson going to the Nuggets for Michael Porter Jr. The Nets also receive a future first round pick, unprotected. Shout out to y'all.
Womp womp.
Before we talk about Nuggets in general, what do you think about that trade from the Nuggets perspective, Kwab?
From the Nuggets perspective, it's a great trade because it freed up money for them to be able to actually, as we're also going to talk about, for them to also sign Bruce Brown.
Yes, we'll get
So
into that in a second.
yeah, essentially it was they traded Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson and Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
And the draft pick they gave up was I think it was a 2035 draft pick, which is like, yeah, go we're gonna be scouting sixth graders if you're I'm a Nets fan, so that's what we're going to do now. But getting a player of Cam Johnson's level, like he's a different player than Michael Porter Jr., but he's also similar in the sense that he's also a movement shooter. He's a very capable defender. He put up you can if you look up their numbers, they have very comparable numbers, and the
They like
points
have
are
almost identical numbers, which to me shows why stats don't tell the whole story. I'll get into it. Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, the difference is that one person was getting passes from Nikola Jokic in that system, and Cam was playing on the Nets. Where like yes, he got a lot of open shots, but it's completely different system. So you can see how Cam would be like a great fit for that team. Um, yeah, I when I saw the trade, I was like, that's great for the Nuggets. Like they did a lot of good work like to start a free agency. I don't think they're done yet.
Same.
Um,
They still
I,
have money.
I yeah, they still have money. I still think they need another ball handler, maybe another point guard, which is a possibility, or maybe another big. I know there's rumors about them. They possibly want Al Horford
Yes,
as a backup.
I read
So
that. Yeah.
that would be to me that would be great for them. But adding adding Cam in this trade from Michael Porter Jr., who had a rough playoffs because of all the injuries.
Yeah.
But adding Cam, who's very reliable, great shooter, I think that's wonderful trade for the Nuggets.
I effing love it for the Nuggets.
Yeah,
Absolutely love it for the Nuggets. You know, when we talked about the Nuggets last year, during the whole year, or even the playoffs, we're not talking about their offense going quiet. We're not talking about they can't score the basketball. That has nothing to do with the problems with the Nuggets. The problems was the Nuggets can't guard many people, right? And Michael Porter Jr. is somebody who has been a liability on defense for most of his career. At times he's been okay, but Cam is a significant upgrade. And you're not losing much, honestly, in that system. You're not losing much on the offensive end. Yeah, you could argue that Michael Porter Jr. is a better pure scorer or has a better shot than Cam, but Cam himself can score the basketball. I
yeah,
mean, as you
yeah,
said before, same numbers. To me, that's a massive upgrade. You get a better defender. You get somebody who's not going to miss a beat on the offensive end. He does not need to touch the ball. You could put him in the corner just like you did with Michael Porter Jr., and he can shoot threes. Upgrade. Right there alone, it's an upgrade. I think it's a fantastic move by the Nuggets. You address what you needed most, which was defense. You know, at the during the playoffs, they had to go zone. They had no other choice but to play a zone.
yeah,
And credit to them, they got creative with it. They were very physical at times. They messed up the Thunder at times, but at some point, you got to be a team that can just get up on you and force turnovers and put pressure on the ball and go man to man and go full court. Like you saw what the Pacers did, you saw what the Thunder did all year. And to me, like obviously, I don't think this takes the Nuggets from like a bad or average defensive team to one of the best defensive teams in the league, but it sure as hell does a lot to patch up a few holes there. And now moving over to, we'll talk about it now, getting Bruce Brown, somebody who is beloved by the fan base because of him helping the Nuggets win a championship. You got him back. He knows exactly what he has to do in his role in order to succeed. He already has chemistry with these guys. You're going to have a playmaker off the bench now. To me, I think the Nuggets hit a home run today, an absolute home run. And then on top of it, to what you mentioned, they still have money to get another player. If that player's Al Horford, who can also stretch the floor, who can also guard the paint, who can also pass the basketball, and who has always been a good defender his whole career, the Nuggets have done nothing but massively upgrade and made themselves contenders again. No doubt. You had the best player in the league, and you just got better. While the other team that you lost to, the OKC Thunder, that you lost to in 7 games, really hasn't added anything yet. To me, you can make the case the Nuggets are the best team in the West right now.
You could. You
You can't.
well,
Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
I'm not saying they are.
yeah,
So don't
but
jump all over me. But to me, and we'll talk about another team later. There are about 3 teams
yeah, yeah. I
right
mean,
now that you're like, oh,
yeah,
okay, maybe 4. I mean, depending how free agency ends, and there's going to be trades and all that good stuff. We'll see.
yeah.
I love capital LOVE what the Nuggets did today.
Yeah, it was very very happy for them. Like was it wow, well, I'm drawing a big blank all of a sudden. Jesus. Yeah, well, very very happy for them. Like with Jokic made the point that like they were like, hey, this is not a championship team when after they lost. So making these moves, they're trying to get back to their championship window and get back to their winning ways. They had a bunch of rough stretches last year with like especially with injuries and such, and they to see how well they still played even after the firing their coach and then the general manager, all that. Even with all that happening, they were able to take the Thunder to 7 games, which was very
Yeah.
impressive because again they have Nikola Jokic, who is arguably the best player in the league or in the world. So
Yeah, and then
adding
you have
Cam,
Aaron Gordon hurt. You have Michael Porter Jr. hurt.
yeah,
Like, come on, bro. Like, we said this all year, and I'm going to give us some credit, Kwab. I'm dap you over here. Dap. Yo, because we had the Nuggets, like, high in our power rankings all year, and people would kill us. Like, why the Nuggets? And it's like, because they have Nikola Jokic, and when it comes to the playoffs, like, there's not many teams I trust more than the Nuggets. And I
yeah,
think it kind of justified why we had them so high in the power rankings all year. They took the champions 7 games
it took them
with
7 games.
injured
Yeah,
starters.
yeah,
So
they
to me,
did.
I don't know, man. It's going to be very interesting to see how the rest of the season, free agency shapes out, the offseason shapes out. But right now, man, the West is looking like a gauntlet, man. It looked like a gauntlet last year. Now it's looking even more like a gauntlet for sure.
Yeah, it's looking crazy, and you also you want to see what else the Nuggets are gonna do, and you also hope that especially what your young players are gonna look like as for next season with like Julian Strother, drawing a blank,
Peyton
I'm drawing a
Watson.
Peyton Watson, and your backup guard Jalen Pickett, who showed some flashes too when he got some playing time. So you wonder what that's gonna look like for them too. But great moves by them so far. Like great
Yeah.
moves by them.
Yeah. Let's talk about the net side of the deal. Quab, you get Michael Porter Jr., obviously the injury history there, a lot of talent, the future first round pick, which you can't use for years. So I guess that's not really going to excite you right now. What are your thoughts from a Nets fan's perspective?
Hated it. Hated it. Also- my thing was that it was very well known that Cam was going to get traded.
Yeah.
I just thought there might have been some better options out there for maybe some draft picks or not sixth graders. So like that's maybe where my mindset was. But getting Michael Porter Jr., who is a bit younger than Cam Johnson, kind of can fit the same role he played for the team. It also kind of justifies why the Nets drafted like six people that can pass in this draft because that's
Kofi tweeted that out. Yeah.
yeah, like which makes sense. Like
Yeah.
it makes sense because you're gonna put those players around Cam Thomas and now Michael Porter Jr. and just tell them like, yo, let's go the cook 'em offense. Like, and you have people that's
cook his ass off, man.
yeah, cook 'em ass off. So it is what it is. So initially I was like, I didn't really like it, but I understood it. So great to me, great trade for the Nuggets. Is for to me incomplete for the Nets. We'll see how
Yeah.
that looks. Hopefully Porter is healthy, but it's a great trade for the Nuggets.